It's a powerful military sniper rifle that some politicians in Washington now want to ban. Tonight, News Channel 5 Investigates puts it to the test. Now, even the nation's police chiefs say guns like the Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle have no place on America's streets.
That gun, manufactured right here in Middle Tennessee, is one of the weapons now at the heart of the nation's gun debate. Tonight, News Channel 5's chief investigative reporter Phil Williams examines why there's so much fuss over what some call a weapon of war.
What you're about to see is the power of a Barrett 50 caliber rifle in the hands of a trained sniper. The weapon, which costs thousands of dollars and fires these nearly 6-inch rounds, has worried law enforcement for years. After finding its way into the hands of extremists like this leader of a violent white supremacist gang. Irish Republican Army snipers used the Barrett to assassinate British forces. And the drug cartels are now using Barretts against Mexican police helicopters. For our test, we set up a watermelon to represent the victim. The result would have been deadly. You can see where the bullet entered right here. Inside, it's just soup. Next, we decided to make it a little more challenging, but the car door was no match for the giant 50 caliber round. Finally, we set up an old police bulletproof vest. This time, the result was stunning. This would certainly be the definition of a bad day, as you can see the bullet went through the front of the vest, straight through the trauma plate, and out the back side. And our sniper was just firing standard 50 caliber ammunition, not the armor-piercing or incendiary ammo that we found on the internet. But this Nat Geo video shows the gun's inventor, Murfreesboro native Ronnie Barrett, putting the latest version of his rifle to the ultimate test.
This high-speed shot shows the 50 caliber slicing through steel like a hot knife through butter, leaving a spectacular firestorm in its wake.
Man, it's exactly what I wanted it to be. It is a real badass rifle.
In fact, Barrett's early promotional materials boasted of the weapon's military first strike capability, the ability to destroy multi-million-dollar aircraft with a single hit.
There are many different environments in which the ability to penetrate steel, plating, and cause things to blow up is problematic.
Tom Diaz has spent years writing about what he sees as the clear and present danger posed by the sale of powerful military sniper rifles to the public. Among his fears, a pack of airliners lined up on an airport taxiway.
One round of incendiary ammunition in the right place in a jetliner is going to cause it to burst into flames.
And that's not all.
Fuel tank depots. Worst of all, God forbid, toxic chemical storage, where now you're talking about wind dispersion that could affect literally millions of people.
And what really makes the Barrett 50 caliber such a devastating weapon is its range. It's easily capable of hitting a target more than a mile away. So you don't quibble with the notion that it's a weapon of war, it's just a weapon of war that you think everyone has a right to own?
Well, I think you ought to have the choice to own it.
Gun rights advocate John Harris argues that the Barrett is exactly the type of weapon that the founders had in mind when they wrote the Second Amendment.
They weren't protecting guns suitable for duck hunting or deer hunting or turkey hunting or sporting purposes. They were specifically protecting weapons suitable for military use.
They fall into the hands.
Still, the Barrett 50 cal is now on the list of weapons that some gun control advocates want to ban. And the potential use against cops is why the International Association of Chiefs of Police also wants it outlawed.
I've often been accused of wanting to ban the Barrett and other 50 caliber anti-armor rifles. I don't.
As for Diaz, he just thinks that they should be treated like machine guns, which would mean stricter background checks and a special license to own them.
That doesn't mean you can't buy one. Same people who buy them now, with the exceptions of the criminals and the terrorists, could buy them in the future, but we'd know who's got them.
Now, during the course of our investigation, we also reviewed several intelligence reports that concluded that the Barrett and other copycat weapons have become game changers in terms of homeland security. In fact, analysts in one case looked at possible attack scenarios at Los Angeles International Airport, one of those using the 50 caliber sniper rifle. Investigators said they were, quote,
unable to identify any truly satisfactory solutions to that threat to the airport.
It's really remarkable. Last night we heard, Phil, that this gun, this Barrett, is actually less regulated than a .22 handgun. Is that true?
Well, you know, what we mean when we say that, to buy a handgun, you have to be 21. For this gun, it's 18. Also, if a person buys multiple handguns, dealers nationwide have to report that to the feds, but the same rules don't apply to the Barrett and other long guns.
Chief Investigator Phil Williams. Thank you, Phil. Now, to look at all Phil has documented in his reports, just go to our website, newschannel5.com.